Hey guys, it's Alex. So, today's video is about what to do after you fail because, as you know, I made a video yesterday proclaiming that I was going to get up earlier, that I was going to exercise regularly. I guess the exercise one I didn't really fail on, but there was another one I didn't really mention. So, I was trying to do a fast, like a 2-day fast, because it's another inducing suffering kind of thing. It's another cultivating mental toughness kind of thing. And I was trying to do a 2-day fast. The guy who I was watching the video of, that was the David Goggins interview, and Tom Bilyeu again with impact theory and stuff. That was the same video and everything. He had mentioned a 3-day fast, and I was like, today's Thursday, and on Thursday I usually visit my parents, and I'd rather eat the food at my parents' house and, just stuff like that than be fasting at that point. And sure, that's, part of suffering or whatever, but I was trying to eliminate obvious, failing points or something like that. So I was like, well, I'll just do 2 days then. And so I didn't eat from like 9:30 on Tuesday to about 9:45 last night. And the reason I broke was because I got home and I measured my blood sugar. As far as I know, I'm not diabetic or anything like that, but I like data, so I measure my blood sometimes and stuff like that. So I measured my blood sugar and it was like 64 milligrams per deciliter, or maybe micrograms, I can't remember. But for those of you that are familiar with it, you know that that's under the too low point. Like 70 is too low, and so that was like 6 points below the too low point. And at that point, I knew I had another like 24 hours to go, and that I wasn't. And I know that like hypoglycemia can cause, like seizures and heart attacks and all kind of stuff you really don't want to deal with, And plus, I was having trouble thinking, and I need thinking for work, so I didn't really want to fuck with it. So I decided to break at that point, and I ate some Cheez-Its, and I ate this rice stuff I had made, and I ate some carrots. So, the breaking of the fast wasn't like some ridiculous, like, disgusting, horrible event or anything like that, but it still, was 24 hours early, so I felt like I kind of failed. And then this morning I woke up at about 8:30, and I will explain that as well, because it's actually kind of a funny story. Last night it was like 12:30, and I walked outside and it was raining really nice, and I was kind of tired, so I laid down on like this nice like couch bench thing I have on my porch. It's not like a couch, not like a redneck couch, but it's like an outdoor couch sort of thing. And I was like, oh hey, this is nice, maybe I'll sleep out here tonight. And then a bug landed on me, and like a mosquito bit me, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess that's not gonna happen. And then I remembered I have a tent, so I set up a tent on my porch and slept in it last night till about 5:30, because the ground was really hard. So I went to bed at like 1:30, and the ground was kind of like hurting my back, and it was just kind of generally not comfortable, and I was like, I had like a couple pillows under me to try to like stop the pressure points from hurting or whatever. And so I did go to sleep, woke up at like 20 after 5 or 5:30, and I was just kind of like this is kind of how I had planned it. I kind of figured that eventually I would like wake up, and at that point I'd just clean it up, because I didn't want to leave it out there or anything like that. So I figured I'd clean it up at that point and then go inside and start breakfast or do whatever I was going to do. So what happened at 5:30 was I woke up and immediately got out of bed, started packing everything up, grabbed my blankets and pillows and shit, and took them and put them on my bed, and then took the under blanket things and put them in their respective places. And then I took the hat off of the tent, the little thing that keeps the rain out off of the tent, and then I put the like took the poles out of the tent and put the tent away, and everything's packed away nicely and stuff, and it's like 5:45ish, 5:50, and I'm just like, okay, it's bedtime then. So then I went to bed at like 5:45ish, laid down in my bed, and then slept until about 8:30. My intention was to sleep until about 7:45, just give myself another 2 hours, but snooze happened. So I didn't wake up on time because I'm an asshole, because I'm a child, because I just decided I wanted to set up a tent on my porch and sleep there, and then I didn't fast for 48 hours like I was planning on it. And I didn't mention that before the fast just because it's kind of, I know people, it's kind of a controversial thing, and like at the time I didn't really need any more motivation to not fast, so I wasn't really inviting like opinions on it. So turned out I didn't make it anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, so so what to do after failure? The tip is going to be, you're probably all going to be like, are you kidding me? I watched 7 minutes of video for this, but it's plain English. It's all you could really say is just do it. Just do whatever. Just don't fall off. Like today, I was running around. I was late. I was not doing well, but I managed to do 16 reps of bench press, and I grabbed clothes for walking at lunch, so hopefully I might get to walk at lunch, I might not, depending on, I did forget my lunch, but I still, because of the fasting yesterday, I didn't eat nearly as many calories as I would have, even if I did kind of go crazy eating toward the end there. I didn't really go crazy, but all of that stuff together is kind of overkill. But so like, I just get back to what you're doing. If you want to get financially better and then you go spend $500, that's not a time to just go, oh well, I guess it's time to, I guess I fell off the wagon, I guess I may as well just go spend money. No, at that point is where you take that and use it as kind of analyze it, tear it down, kind of look at it like, I know exactly why I slept in this morning, and I know exactly why I broke the fast, but it doesn't make it okay, but I can now not do that again, like next time I won't decide to sleep in a tent on a weekday. That seems to make sense to me initially, and I kind of knew that last night, but I was enticed. So the devil was in me. And then, the breaking of the fast thing, my blood sugar was low, and I'm not sure if that's a thing that most people deal with, or if that's just something you just go through, or what, but like, I was, I wasn't going to take chances at that point. I might try it again over a weekend or something like that, but I've always been more into intermittent fasting, so like long fasts like that to me are kind of a challenge more than anything. It's not like a useful, like, I'll do this weekly because blah, it's just kind of like, I know some people do 24-hour intermittent fasts, but normally that's like, you stop eating at like 3 until 3, so like a large portion of the time that you're not eating is sleeping or waking up and getting ready or something like that. So but yeah, so just get back to it. Like, if you say the financial thing, say you had a budget planned out, that you were going to spend, that you were going to try to pay off a credit card that has $1,000 balance on it by December, and it's July, so there you've got 5 months to pay it off. It's $200 a month. Assume 0% interest just for the ease of calculations because I'm driving, and then so then you go, okay, I pay $200 a month, and I will have this paid off by the end of December. Okay, good. So then as long as you start, well, it's June, so you're starting in July. As long as you start in July with 5 months, so then you you know, you're like, oh, well, that's a really nice, you know, pair of boots or hat or watch or cell phone or pizza or any number of billions of things that you might want to, you know, impulse buy. And hold on one second here. And so you know, and it ends up costing you $500. Stop it! I'm not departing a lane, but it ends up costing you $500, whatever it is. So now you've got a $1,500 balance. You don't go, well, I guess it'll just take me, you know, what is it, $200 a month? This is, I guess it'll take me till, like, you know, March to pay it off now. No. I mean, that could work. Well, okay, so that's, what you don't do is just go, oh, well, I'm never going to pay this off, and then just drop it. What you either do is you go, okay, can I afford a higher payment? Because at this point, well, let's say it's, okay, so yeah, at this point, it's going to be another, what? I can't do the math in my head, damn it. Oh, yeah, I can. Another $100 a month. So yeah, okay, so it's going to be another $100 a month. So instead of $200 a month, you're going to pay $300 a month. Okay? Can you do that? You know, if you can, do it and pay it off anyway. If you can't, schedule it back out. Look at it and go, okay, well, it was $1,000. I was going to take 5 months to pay it off. Now it's $1,500. I was going to take, or I'll take, you know, what, like 7.5 months to pay it off, 8 months to pay it off now. Okay, well, you know, that's what I'm going to have to do now. I'll just have to pay for 8.5 months or 8 months or whatever now. And, you know, ignore and stop doing it at that point, obviously. If there's any way you can stop what you're doing at that point, then that's, you know, what you want to do, because obviously you could just keep drawing this out until, you know, till September 23rd, 2017. But it's not going to help you in that way, especially if it's like credit card debt, or if it's like weight loss. If it's weight loss and you have 5 weeks to lose a pound a week, and then you're going to lose 5 pounds, and you're going to be magical, and you're going to, you know, be good. And then by the end, or by the middle of it, you've lost 3 pounds. By, you know, 3 weeks in, you've lost 3 pounds, and then you weigh in, and you are now 1 pound greater instead of another pound lost. There you have the option. You could work harder, you know, eat less, try to lose more weight, or you could draw it out a little bit. But drawing it out indefinitely isn't going to help. So just get back to it. You know, don't focus on that failure. Don't wallow in it. You know, it's not worth it. Because the thing is, you only have a finite life. Your life will end. It's almost promised. I have a buddy who hopefully is working on a way to solve that. I have many buddies who are working on ways to solve that, hopefully. But ultimately, at this point, you can't count on it. So at this point, your life will end, and you have a finite amount of time to experience the things you want to experience and to finish the things you want to finish. So if you don't finish them, and if you just draw them out ad infinitum, oh god, infinitely, we'll just use that word, then you're gonna miss out, because you don't get another chance. I mean, you might, if you're a Buddhist, you might believe you might, but you don't know. It's not like you're going, well, I'll just do that in my next life. No, I mean, that's something I'm sure that people think, but it's not exactly how it would work. It's, as far as I understand all the beliefs about reincarnation, it's more of like a, you know, you're just a new person. It's not that your soul is, I mean, it's that your soul is transferred, and not that your mind is transferred, not your goals and your wants. And so it's not like, you know, I have infinite time to experience this because I'm a Buddhist and I believe in reincarnation. It's like, yeah, you technically do, but you won't care in your next life or whatever that, possibly technically do. You won't care in your next life or whatever that you have that chance. You're just, you know, whatever. But anyway, so you only have one chance. You're only gonna get one time that you could possibly do this stuff. So do it. Stop wasting time, blowing time, staring at bullshit and doing bullshit and reading bullshit. Just go do the things you want to do and set goals and focus on them and stuff, you know? I mean, it's and when you don't focus on them, when you fail, it's fine. Just move on, because life will go on, and your life will go on, because it doesn't have any other option. So that is going to be the end of my video today. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, and I hope you guys learned something about what to do when you fail. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are effing amazing, and I will see you tomorrow.